Hello, welcome to Wake Up and Live. This is Bob. In the 1970s, Jamaica underwent a remarkable undertaking of social justice reform that actually benefited greatly women and children. But today I want to talk about how that social justice reform in the 70s actually honored the female spirit in a way that is paying off very big today. So, if we wanted to figure out how well that social justice reform actually benefit women in Jamaica, you only have to look to our neighbor to the north, the United States. So, we want to take a quick look. But before I do that, let me just indicate to you what actually took place. In Jamaica in the 70s, the government, the administration then decided that it was going to make some changes, like removing restrictions on certain children born out of wedlock or to certain fathers who could easily declare them as bastards and then rid themselves of the responsibility of taking care of children. Along with that came what I think was perhaps one of the better outcome, or maybe the most far-reaching outcome, was removing the restriction that held women below men in terms of workplace employment, pay, and certain other levels of equality, where women are certainly equivalent to men in terms of their competence. But take a look. We want to take a look at how the level at which women were held beneath men by looking at some statistics from the United States, for example, at that time. It might be shocking to some people to know that women who actually are the budgeteers, so to speak, in the household, making using a dollar to feed an entire family. In the United States, women could not apply for credit cards up until 1974. Um, Women, for example, could be barred from practicing law, um, even even after they actually passed the bar association. They could be restricted from actually practicing law. In most states, certainly not in all 50 states, women could actually not serve on juries in all 50 states until roughly about 1974, I believe. Women could not serve on the U.S. Supreme Court until 1981. Until 1978, a woman could be fired from a job for simply being pregnant. Women could not bring certain things that we now call sexual harassment to any kind of tribunal or in the courts, because it would just be rejected as something that does not happen. You know, um, so I quote these statistics not for no other reason other than they exist and to show how far beneath men women actually were held. Today in Jamaica, because of those changes, those social justice reforms in the 70s, Jamaica now enjoy the highest rate of, Jamaican women enjoy the highest rate of leadership in the corporate world. And it's by no accident that this actually occurred. It is directly connected to the reforms of the 70s, the efforts of the government then to create a egalitarian system, and by so doing create a social justice system that has been bearing fruits up on till today. Um, we want to give kudos to all the countries around the world that has actually taken a stand to ensure that women, the most underutilized resource in many respects, are actually being given a fair shake in the workplace, in the homes, in our societies, and in our places of even our places of worship. Um, because women have borne the brunt of our society's pressure for way too long and has not been given their worth, their fair worth in the grand scheme of things. All right, so kudos for all those countries that are honoring the female spirit. It is worthwhile, and it is a great thing for any country, any society, any culture to ensure that occurs. Thank you for watching. This is Bob with Wake Up and Live.